Saw dudes, it's Gregor. If you've been paying attention to Siege news, then you come across the term white noise. That is a confirmed name of the South Korean operation, which is fast approaching. Our journey around East Asia brings us to the small peninsular nation of Good Korea, distant relative of not-so-good Korea, alongside a new attacker from the Polish Grom. The newest members of Team Rainbow come from the 707th Special Mission Battalion, a rapid response unit formed by the Korean Army. This unit is very small in size, at about 200 members or so if guesstimations are appropriate. Hint, that small number means very, very selective membership. These guys don't fuck around. The unit was formed after the tragedy at Munich in an effort to create an appropriate countermeasure to any potential threats that would arise at the 1988 Olympics that would soon be held in South Korea. The unit has been active since 1982. Their members are all scuba and parachute qualified. Now I'm going to speculate about the cool shit, the stuff that goes boom, the boom booms. The Koreans have a number of boomers to choose from. The easiest one to speculate is always going to be the attacker's AR, so I'll start with that. Korea's military firearms are for the most part produced by a company called S&T Motive, which is a subsidiary of a big gas company called Daewoo, which is technically bankrupt, but it isn't at the same time. It's fucking weird. Anyway, under this brand name, you have cars, buses, ships, heavy-duty machinery, electronics, and of course, guns. What? The guns we'll be using will probably look something like this. They're Korean ARs. They're long, they fire 5.56. They're probably going to be a lot like Ash's R4. The Defender will probably have this as an SMG option, an integrally suppressed 9mm firing variant of this thing. It also supposedly has a really high rate of fire. The 707th are also reported to have used the famous Keltec KSG-12, which would be a cool sight to see, in my humble opinion. Any number of generic 1-9s for handguns. For the Polish attacker, but well, I can't really think of anything. They'll probably just give him an AR too. In terms of what these operators could bring to the table, there's a lot to think about. I'm going to look at it from the perspective of a development team that tried to slow down the game by making the Defender's equivalent of Ash. But we have a lot of viable trap-based operators now, and I think that's ultimately a good thing for the meta. If the pace of the game is in the right spot, then Ubi could try to add more logistics-based operators. By logistics, I mean support, so I think a healing attacker would be a really good idea. But Ubisoft describes one of the attackers as stubborn and aggressive, so those aren't exactly the qualities I'm really looking for in a medic, you know what I'm saying? I also think there's enough intel-based operators on the defensive side, because the theme of the operation is, quote, white noise, and there seems to be a focus on audio sorts of thematics in the artwork. I like to think that we'll get an operator that can do something audio-based, so maybe an operator that can muffle sound around them, or maybe enhance the hearing of themselves and teammates. I think that'd be really interesting. I have no idea what the Polish operator will do, so whatever. Alright, what about the map? Okay, so Ubisoft talks here about a tall-ass building. I'm gonna assume, obviously, that the map is in Seoul, because they literally say here, for our new map, you'll have to look up, way up, to explore a pristine observation tower high above Seoul. So we know the building is tall as fuck, and it's in Seoul. If you look closely at these bars, you might notice some similarities to this. This is the Lotte World Tower in Seoul. It's one of the tallest buildings in the world. My bet is that this new operation is going to involve this building in some way or another. With all of that being said, I'm looking forward to this new season quite a lot. It's going to release sometime the last week of November, the earliest, I think, and the first week of December at the latest. The ESL games are going to finish up on the 18th and 19th of November, and seasons usually follow them, so that just makes sense to me. They'll probably run a TTS, like, immediately afterward. It feels really weird that this game has already been out for 2 years, because I remember getting into this game competitively back during Red Crow, and it's really just gone through so many significant changes, and I hope that Ubisoft can keep riding with it. I really do, despite the mess that we had during Operation Health and other things. I still love this game. So, do you guys think Ubisoft redeemed themselves during Blood Orchid? What do you think of our new Korean friends? Let me know in the comments. The Capcom video is on its way, and I will see you all there next time. Follow me on Twitch. Deuces. Duncan says